dias, cholleros. Coming live to you from the East Cape. Check out this house. I'd say right now you probably have maybe 10 to 15 houses, but like some of these are right where we are right here, about 80% complete. So this community is coming along. It's cool because we're gonna get on the beach and show you, but a lot of the wall is gonna be the same. So they're keeping it uniform. So you see a lot of these developments and neighborhoods that are beachfronts or in the East Cape, and it's just like a hodgepodge. Nobody's getting along. These people are all like friends. They know each other. And clean title, everything here is happening. And then you have all the amenities that you want, or in Los Barriles for, you know, restaurants, you know, whatever you need is going to be very close by too, and all that's going to be coming closer as this happens. But this little piece of paradise is pretty unique. Yeah, so we got Los Barriles to the south right here. This is obviously, I would joke and say it's the Pacific Ocean, but this is the Sea of Cortez side, which a lot of people refer to as Lake of Cortez. You have a coral reef right here. You have a rocky beach, which to be honest is really nice. It's isolated. You know, you have a reef right here. So I just asked the owners, I'm like, hey, do you go swimming? And it's like, we go all the time, man. You know, so you can have a little like fire pit right down there. You have Punto Pescadero right up there. And that's a pretty unique property. That's essentially like one of the first areas in East Cape that got a hotel on it. Why? Kind of like Palmillo was one of the first in Cabo because it's just the location. Oh, well, I think it wouldn't matter if it was in Los Cabos jurisdiction. That's just like where you kind of do your permitting and everything. I would just say that, you know, the fact that this is a unique development, that it feels kind of isolated, but it's really not. I mean, what would you say? 5 minutes to Barriles? You know, 10 minutes to some restaurants? You know, that's close enough to where, you know, where we were in Zach's, man. Sometimes that's even farther to get to, like, you know, a San Jose or Civilization. So this makes sense, man. A lot of the places you go in East Cape, you have all these areas where, you know, people aren't gonna do it. You have electricity here. Water's trucked in, but you know, we were just talking with the owners, they're forward thinking, they got enough water capacity, and you know, they have a relationship with the providers, so they're not getting ripped off. A lot of people have like solar additions, you know, so you're not pulling so much, because let's just say this area for, I don't know, you know, a couple months out of the year in the summertime is gonna require some air conditioning. Right now you have these sliders, right? So on each side, so you're just gonna get this breeze that's coming through. But without a doubt, having the capacity to do it. So like, to be honest, this rooftop up top is incredible. You know, I almost think it would be a waste to have solar on that. You know, he was joking that they put a up top, you know, like above, having a balcony where you could have, you know, drinks, watching the sun, you know, the sun go down, whatever it is, you know, hosting. So this is something that like executives would rent out. The owner was telling me the only thing he's been worried about here for break-ins is cows. You can see a little cow left over there right now, and he wasn't joking. We just saw a bunch walking by, but this is pretty cool. This rock formation. Ironically, they said when this was on the market originally, and you got to keep in mind this is happening quick. So we're talking, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, this lot was listed, and I think they've probably tripled in value. There's still a lot here, beachfront, but people were kind of hesitant to do this property because you had this like rock formation here, but this is pretty cool. You know, and he was talking about keeping this as natural as it is, right? But you could have a little fire pit out of rocks, whatever it is. But this is pretty cool, just going down here. Yeah, I joked with them that you wouldn't have the people trying to sell you photos of an iguana and a sombrero here. But you come up here and you can see how cool this is. You know, and they're basically, so if you look at this rock, so that's Punta Pescadero, Barriles is right there. And you can see like this wall right here. They're gonna keep that pretty uniform, you know, so at least these few neighbors. And that's what I was saying, it's cool because you go to a lot of these East Cape developments and it's just like hodgepodge. All right, another thing that's interesting too is these owners have had a very good experience with this builder. And we were joking because you hear a lot of nightmares where, you know, this house is 80% done, where, you know, a lot of times people hire somebody and they get to this point and the builder says, hey, the money ran out. Well, obviously that hasn't happened, but this guy understands the mentality of, if I do this right, the neighbor's watching and then he's gonna build, they're gonna build. So the people there, it's kind of like a referral network here and everybody's doing the right thing. And for me, that was kind of the best part, because a lot of this stuff, you know this, Noah, they can, you know, people have bad experiences. And so far right here, it's not. Right here you have basically kind of like phase one, and we're talking about of like land sales, right? You have phase two, phase three, phase four, and some of those go back farther, right? And obviously this being the first phase, they got the best pricing, but you can see a lot of people right now are building, you know? And we were just talking to the neighbor, he was showing his plans, getting feedback, you know? So it's just cool to see. So there's gonna be a lot going on right here, but it's kind of like a separate neighborhood from Los Barriles. House right here will be finished very soon. Any questions about how to build a house like this, how to own in this area, or how to buy this, reach out. But this is the stuff that's really fun for me. Just coming out here Friday morning, feel like I'm on a remote adventure. Goats on the road, cows here. But anyway, if you guys need any information, Cholleros, reach out. Happy to help you out.